Hey guys, Tom here with Velocity, back in the showroom today with this absolutely awesome classic Ford Bronco. It's been resto-modded by the team here, and we're going to walk around it today as if you were here in the showroom with me. Let's start with the paint color like we typically do. On this Bronco, this example features a light jade, a really nice color. It's not a metallic, it's a flat paint, a gloss, but it comes together really nicely with this Ranger package that we're going to talk through in a second. This color is so beachy. It's like one of the most beachy kind of colors that we do. This, the pink trucks, the pastel colored trucks, the yellow trucks, those sorts of colors work really well at the beach or in a sunny environment, somewhere like here down in South Florida. But it's a really, really nice color and definitely a very unique look with that Ranger package. The color is between probably a blue and a green, but it's not really like our seafoam green in the sense that it's very definitively a pastel light jade color. But anyway, really, really nice. We'll swing around the front of the truck, talk you through a couple of more details here. First thing you're going to notice is because it has the Ranger package, we've got a powder coated Wimbledon White front bumper. It's the same on the back that we'll get to in a second. We've got the Ford badging across the grille with red on this one just to match into the Ranger stripe, which we'll come on to in a second, but that looks really nice. And then you're going to notice these old school looking but not halogen LED lights. So these are a Holley Retro Bright product, a really nice product. They look old school for headlights, but actually they have modern LED technology inside them. They're also super durable as well, which is really cool. Really nice front end. On this truck in particular, I didn't take the grille white. It is an option. We do also offer a white grille or Wimbledon White grille to match the bumper, but with the Light Jade and the Ranger package, I think it's nicer. I think it's just a cleaner look to keep it that same Light Jade in the grille too. So that's come together really nicely, and it looks great from a front end perspective. Just quickly touch on the hood. You're going to see this decal here. It's the full Ranger stripe. Really, really nice option that comes with these Ranger packages. This matches the stripes on the side of the vehicle as well as the Ford lettering on the back. Just brings that whole package together. Looks very classic. Let's walk down the side of the truck then. And like I just mentioned, we've got that Ranger stripe that comes all the way down the side of the vehicle. They're not painted stripes, they are a decal. The reason for them being a decal is simple. If they were painted and you picked up a stone chip, and of course if you look where the stripes are is typically the most common places you are going to get chips, then it'd be really difficult to repair. But with a decal package like this, actually it almost acts like a PPF, like a paint protection film, protects you as well, and it's much easier for us to replace this decal package than it is to repaint whole panels hand painted. So that's why you have that as a decal package, but a really nice stripe. Red, Wimbledon White to match the wheels. Let's talk about those wheels. They're called Steelies. They're a really classic looking steel wheel. Come part of this Ranger package. And again, it's all about making the vehicle look as heritage and as classic as possible. That's what the Ranger package does. So Steely wheels, got Cooper evolutions on this one. Nice tire choice for both on-road and off-road driving, which is a good option for us. We typically tend to go between Coopers and between BFGs, but this vehicle features the Coopers. Let's talk about some of the other accents here. We've got chrome side mirrors, chrome door handles. These are the OEM chrome style. There's a couple of different options you can do. And on this vehicle, if you did want to, you could upgrade to our billet package. Even though it's completed, that is something that we offer as part of that refit process. So you could refit this vehicle with the upgraded billet handles and side mirrors if you wanted to. But actually, in my opinion, given that it's such a retro vibe on this truck, I wouldn't personally change them. And I know I shouldn't really say that as a salesman, but I wouldn't change them. I would stick with the originals. Why? Because they're good, they're durable, but they look really classic too. So it goes really well with the paint color and the Ranger stripe. Let's talk about this roll cage really quickly. It's the 4-point roll cage, and again, as part of the Ranger package, this has been powder coated Wimbledon White just to match all the other details. 4-point cage is really, really nice. You get the bikini top, which of course is in white too. That gives the front driver and the passenger some protection from rain, from wind. This really stops the buffeting that you would normally get with open top vehicles, but of course, mainly for a use case vehicle like this, is going to give you shade. So in the sun, it keeps the heat off you. That combined with the AC, which we'll come on to in a second, is a really nice option, making this vehicle great to take to the beach, sunny places, picnics, things like that. Around the back of the truck then, and I've already touched on a couple of these things, but you've got a powder coated white rear bumper as part of that Ranger package, and you'll see the Ford lettering on the tailgate has also got the little details from that Ranger stripe built into it. So it just brings everything together really nicely. Velocity build badge, and of course you've got a chrome tailgate handle too. Drop it down then, you're going to see the back of the truck. Quick sneak peek inside. This material on the back of the tailgate is not actually paint. It's called Raptor. It's by a company called U-POL. Really, really great product. It stops there being any scuffs or scratches or anything like that as you load things in and out of the truck. And we've actually tinted the Raptor to make it match the rest of the Light Jade color, which is really nice. So when you go to the beach, you don't have to worry too much about getting this sandy or dirty or pulling your beach chairs up or your picnic stuff up. You can just literally pull it up, no problem at all, take it back down. You can actually wash all of this material off. The whole interior underneath the mats of this vehicle is finished in this material here. So underneath the mats, all of it is Raptor coating, meaning if you are going to take it to the beach, you're going to get it muddy, you can actually just wash everything straight off, which is really, really nice. Final thing to note is going to be this Ranger mat. You get that as part of the Ranger package too. Some bamboo weave, just to give you a little bit of extra protection, and of course, mainly to make it look a bit more retro. That's really cool. Let's take a look inside the interior then. First thing you're going to notice is the seat inserts. That's also part of the Ranger package. Really nice option. It's that same bamboo weave material. Point out here on the door panel. Really, really nice. It's super breathable, feels really good. It actually works with our ventilated seats as well if that was something that you wanted to add, because the air does actually come through this material, which is nice. There's tiny little gaps between the weave that allow the air to vent through. But mainly it's to do with the aesthetic, right? It's again to make the vehicle look super classic, and I think it does. Rest of the door card here, we've got OEM fittings and fixtures. Obviously these are all new, but the OEM style, with the exception of the speaker. You've got a speaker built into this door panel here. It's a Focal speaker. It's part of that Focal speaker system, which we'll come on to and talk about in a second. Final thing to note is going to be the window regulator. Like all Velocity vehicles, this Bronco features fully electronic windows. So it looks like it's original, but actually it's fully electronic, and it has some cool features there too. Getting inside the truck is super easy because I have a powered side step, and this side step actually automatically retracts. So we can show that here if I just press the door plunger. In a second, up it comes. So when you're driving, when the door is shut, that'll automatically go on and off based on you opening and closing the door, which is really nice. Makes getting into this truck really easy. In front of me, I've got a steering wheel. It's a wooden rim steering wheel, classic. You're going to see it on a lot of our vehicles if you watch these videos. Very, very typical. I really like the way this wooden steering wheel feels and looks. It's got small notches on the back of it that you can grab it really easily. Just a really nice thing to look at. Behind that, we've got a tilt adjustable steering column. That's really nice. And then behind that, we've got a Dakota digital dash. This is a fully digital dashboard. It looks original, it looks vintage, but it's made by the guys at Dakota for us. It has a small screen in it that can give extra information. This one's currently showing the mileage, the odometer, but you can also have pressures, temperatures, all of that good stuff just in that little screen, even things like how much fuel range you got left. So that's really nice. You would never have had that on original Bronco. Talk through the rest of this interior then, and like I keep mentioning, we've got a really nice seat insert as part of that Ranger package. This bamboo weave paneling has been put seat inserts to the vehicle, super breathable, it's cool to the touch, really nice, perfect for beach application. To match the inserts, the actual stitch of the seats, so the inserts and the stitch, which is this little detailing here, has also gone kind of a sandy brown, just again, bring everything together, match one of the threads that is in that weave, which is really nice. Take a look at the cubby box. It's a Tuffy cubby box, what we use on all our Broncos. It's got a really nice armrest cushion, and it is fully cushioned here. That's been finished again in that Ranger material. Lockable as well, so you've got extra protection. If you do take it to the beach and you want to lock some security, items in there, your phone, your wallet, your purse, whatever that might be, you can lock the Tuffy box completely. It's got a USB 3.0 and USB-C charging ports, so 2 of them. Small slot to hold your phone or other incidental things, keys, coins, and then 2 drinks holders. Super usable, super simple, works every time, doesn't break. These are great products, kind of utilitarian, but at the end of the day, they do the job that they're meant to do, which is really, really nice. Moving through, you're going to notice a really, really big floor mat. So again, as part of that Ranger package, you get a full floor mat. Normally the floor mats are only in the footwells of the vehicle, but because it's the Ranger package, you get the full floor mat that also goes over the transmission tunnel, which is really nice. Same thing here with the gear gaiters. They match the rest of the Ranger interior, so it's been finished in the leather just to bring everything together. These are your high and low range for your four-wheel drive. The vehicle does retain four-wheel drive, so that's no problem. If you do go on the beach, you can go into four-wheel drive low and use the vehicle and use the technology as you'd expect. Above that, you've got an AC plenum, and actually this vehicle features a full Vintage Air AC system. It's a brand new AC system by the guys at Vintage Air, their latest generation. Super powerful, super simple to use, works really, really well, and definitely does keep you cool, especially on longer drives. Lucky enough to drive these vehicles a lot in the sun, and it really does make a difference. Even though it's an open top vehicle, when you have the cold air hitting you, it really does bring your temperature down a little bit. So it's nice to have that Final thing I want to talk about is going to be, from a technology perspective, is going to be this radio. It's a retro sound radio, and that's the last thing you get as part of the Ranger package that we keep talking about. It looks original, has a very small LED screen, all these little buttons and switches and dials, so looks really original, but very simple to connect to from a Bluetooth perspective. Still has full Bluetooth functionality. You can accept phone calls with it. We've got a small microphone built here. You can wire up to it straight away, very, very easy, and play really great music through it. A big part of that, of course, is back to that focal speaker system we've got. Got speakers in the door panels. We've got a sub underneath this seat here. Super powerful audio system. If you know Focal, you know that they're a really premium audio provider. For good reason, they just sound great in these cars. They're balanced specifically for our Broncos, this package. So when you are at the beach, you want to leave the keys in the truck or leave the battery on and go ahead and start playing some music, you can do that, and you will really hear the music if you want to do that outside of the vehicle, because these speakers are nice and powerful. So that's a really nice option. I think that about covers it for this interior. You'll notice that the Light Jade has come into the dash pad, excuse me, the dash. The dash pad has been finished in that Ranger leather too, which is really nice, including the matching stitch. Above me, I've got the soft top, the bikini top, just as an idea of kind of seating position. I'm about 5'10". I've still got lots of room above my head, and that's with me sitting really upright in the seat. If I was actually sitting in a driving position, I'd be much lower down. So loads of space in these Broncos. They are deceptively larger inside than you might think. They're short in form, of course, for the length of the vehicle, but they're really spacious inside, both for the front people, front occupants, and the rear occupants. All right, let's take a look under the hood. And so what you're going to see here is the 3rd generation Coyote V8. It's a Ford crate engine, brand new, being built specifically for this application in partnership with Ford and developed by the guys here at Velocity. A couple of quick things to note, some quick specs for you. It's a 5-litre V8 producing around 460 horsepower, so lots and lots of speed. If you put your foot down on one of these Broncos, you're going to know about it. They are very quick off the line, really quick to get up to 60, 70 miles an hour, no problem, very capable of highway speeds. So absolutely everything that you need in terms of power output. These vehicles are not slow, truly daily drivable from that perspective. But what also makes them daily drivable because of this Coyote V8 is the reliability. You don't have to worry about mollycoddling these engines or worrying about if they're going to start. They're always going to start. First turnover, you don't have to worry because, again, it's brand new and it's modern technology. It's not original technology that's been upgraded. It is brand new. Behind the engine, we've got a 10R80, so that's the 10-speed automatic transmission. Again, really nice, brand new transmission, super smooth, great for highway cruising. Also great to get through the gears in lower gears when you are wanting to get off the line and be a bit quicker. So really nice, brand new 10-speed transmission, automatic, of course. We do offer manuals in these vehicles. If you wanted to do a manual Bronco, it would have to be a build with us. But we do get asked that question a lot. Can you do a manual? And the answer is yes. On top of the engine, we've got custom headers built by the guys here at Velocity, and it features, of course, our Velocity serpentine system, specifically designed for this application. As you see in the Bronco, getting the Coyote in here, the engine, it is tight. There is not a lot of space. The guys have done a really good job of getting everything lined up, wired in, getting it all plumbed correctly so that it looks like an OEM fitment, keeping everything neat and tidy, which is really nice. Velocity build plaque, and a couple of other things I want to talk about in the engine bay. You're going to notice that Raptor lining on the inside of the engine bay. That's all been tinted again in the Light Jade color just to bring everything together and keep it uniform. But the top of the firewall has been painted, as well as the underside of the hood. All have been painted in that Light Jade, so that's really nice. Other technical specs we want to talk about, brakes and suspension. We'll start with the brakes. You've got a full disc brake setup on this vehicle. It's important to go fast, but it's also be able to slow down quickly and safely. It's important for that. And so Willwood Hydro Boosted disc brake system, 4-wheel disc brakes all around this vehicle provided by Willwood, which is a really nice option. The chassis on this vehicle is a brand new Roadster Shop chassis. So it's not a reused and restored chassis. It is a brand new chassis. That does mean that if you're looking at this vehicle and you live in a couple of states, specifically California, Nevada, North Carolina, this vehicle would not be able to go to those states. We'd have to find you a different one. But for everywhere else in the USA, you've got the amazing benefit of having a brand new frame underneath this chassis, which is really, really cool. Chassis is tighter, it's stiffer, it's uprated versus the original specifically for this application, which is really nice. It's leaf sprung in the back and coil in the front, and that's the best setup that we find at this price point of vehicle. Of course, there is independent front suspension setups that we offer, but you're going to be at a much higher price point. And for most people, for 95, 96, I mean, honestly, 99% of our customers, when they drive this, even compared to the independent front suspension setup, for the extra money, they're perfectly happy with this. You can drive these vehicles on the highway, in the corners, at speed. You're not going to feel like you're worried or anything like that. People say, how do these drive? Go and watch the rest of the videos on YouTube. You can see me driving at 60, 70 miles an hour with no hands on the wheel, really putting these vehicles through their paces. That is what that chassis and that suspension setup allows you to do. So this is the Light Jade that we have currently in the showroom. Light Jade classic resto modded Bronco. Lots of buzzwords there, but basically it's a great looking truck. Really nice beach truck. Light Jade is such a nice pastel color. Really, really gorgeous thing. And the great news is it's available to drive away home today, right? It's here, it's ready to go. Now, I know we're going into the winter, I know it's getting colder, and so you might be thinking, actually, if you're in the northeast or you're in the north, maybe I'll wait a little bit. But honestly, these are good options even all year round, especially if we were to add the soft top to this vehicle too. We can add a full soft top to this vehicle if that's what you're interested in. White to match the rest of the details. That's a really nice option. Or if you've got a home in the south, if you're here in Florida with us or somewhere else where it stays warm all year round, great option for the beach, great truck. This vehicle can be financed also through our partners at Woodside Credit. So if you've got any questions on that, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I can walk you through that whole system and how that works. Final thing to note is this vehicle does come with a 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. So brand new 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. It's all handled by us. If you have any problems, just give us a call. We can pick the truck up, take care of everything for you. That's what this vehicle is, and that's why you're paying the money. It's not just for the vehicle itself, it's for the support and the reputation thereafter. So really nice truck, ready to go home. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave any comments or questions below. If you're watching on Instagram, send us a DM, leave us a comment. And of course, if you're watching on the website, which is where most people watch these videos, and you're considering purchasing this vehicle, if you have any questions, please just call us or submit a contact form. Thank you very much for watching.